Hey guys, welcome back to cruzermans inventions. I'm just quickly going over what needs doing on all of these bikes. So the other day, I took off the back wheel of the washing machine bike. Now, if you're new to the channel, I do alternator bikes, washing machine bikes. I rewire all of these stators, um, uh, to run off e-bike controllers. It can take 1,000 watts at 72 volts. This one. Um, I'm gonna try my 3,000 watt controller on it at 72 volts, maybe even 100. But we got a stock standard one in there still, which I got to pull out because I was just showing everybody just with my finger how I can turn on a battery charger and charge up 72 volts just by turning that by hand. Interesting, eh? That's stock standard, that. But it's actually all aluminium. And later on, guys, I will actually wind one of these all in aluminium and show you guys the strength difference between the copper wound ones and the aluminium wound ones. That's tuning them back to e-bike motors and stuff. I believe that these are excellent for little drift trikes and stuff. Powerful enough for them easily. So what we have here is the motor goes to these two bearing systems. A case I made is locked in, and I think we got a spacer. Yeah, one spacer, a washer, a collar, and on this collar is a 420 pitch sprocket. I think it's 10 or 11 tooth. And then over here we have another washer in between here, or two washers for spacing. And then this one is a freewheel one, which was going to go back up to pedals up the front. And so it is a very nice bike. It did have a motor in it, guys, but well, I took it out for this experiment. So anyways, guys, let's get back to this motor. This sprocket here runs back to the back wheel. This one here, free wheels, and as I pedal, it moves everything. The back wheel and that as well. Does it charge back up the batteries? No, it doesn't, because it runs through the controller still. But anyhow, that's not a problem. You just give it enough juice to get where you're going, right? So the back wheel is going to cost me $150 to get a sprocket specifically made for that back wheel. We had a Michelin tire on, I think it was a Honda wheel and stuff, and yeah, it was actually hard to find a sprocket for it, so it's a special order. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna show you what I've been up to today, and there's the carcass bike over there. I got a slight white wall backing so that makes it easier. It's super dark in here. The blackness just eats up all the light. And so anyways, guys, come with me. I'll show you what I've been doing, because this is really a video on updates and stuff. Just going around fixing stuff up pretty much. So let's get back to the dark night, because there were some problems with the chain, and so I re-altered this one and put it's actually a little sprocket. It's a really good one. I don't know how many teeth are on there, but it is huge. That's a normal stock standard, one off a push bike, the big one. And it goes up to the alternator, 100 amp, 12 volt, but it's been modified. So another thing in here was this guider here, which is a derailleur, and I've chopped a lot out of it, just making this right in the very center here in the bearing part, and re-altered that, took the stopper out, made it hit down further so there's no slack in the chain whatsoever. Seems to be going really good. Have a look at the batteries. It's 72 volts here in series, another 72 here. They're linked, and these two are to power up the center at 24 volts. So actually, it's not field weakening you need in the center, it's field strengthening. And I wouldn't go past 24 volts, but that is awesome to use. It's super strong, and it can take a lot of load because of that. So yeah, I just was rewiring a switch in here, an off and on switch, and seems to work. So put it on and just come around here and quickly look at the clock. Yeah, I still have 78.3 volts on there. It's a little 1,000 watt controller, at 48 volts being upvolted, because you can upvolt them close to 80 volts before they'll shut off. So I chose to go with 72. So yeah, little shot on that, guys. It's a massive little bike, and it has costed me a lot. As a matter of fact, this bike here has nearly cost me $1,000, $1,000. But that's not bad. I mean, it's free riding. You get around for nothing. No gas needed. So that's cool. Oh, and then we got, last but not least, we got back to, after I went for the test run, this is the little Vespa scooter. I decided to actually build plates here. These are aluminium plates, and these are going to be bolted here where the plastic case gets bolted onto. So I'm going to bolt these down, bolt the case over the top of these, and then I'm going to sort of turn it on its side and epoxy resin these brackets to the underside of that plastic. Because as you can see, there's no supports over here, and my boy's feet go here, and you can see the whole frame cracking over here. So yeah, I don't want his foot going right through and hitting the ground at 40 k's. That'd be nasty. So I thought, well, I better make some extra precautions and, just make sure his foot doesn't hit the road at that. He loses foot at that speed. Oh, not good. So anyways, guys, that's a little update on that. And yeah, the other trucks are in here. So the Dark Knight's all packed away. We've got Venom up here. We've got another one down here, Hemi, the 10 horse. This one here is Honda 4 horse. Yeah, this 10 horse Robin motor. Whoa, what a powerhouse. She nearly does 100 k's in one gear, this thing. You're probably asking, what's my gearing? Yeah, well, it's a direct drive system. It's belt driven, but it works off a handbrake system. And when you pull the handbrake up, it's on a cable, and the cable nibbing goes through here and pulls this lever, which is on a push bike arm thing coming back down, welded to the frame. And it's got a little jock pulley thing. Then I pull the handbrake up, and can you see the belt tightening now? See? Like that? And off to the races. That is cool. Did you realize, guys, that you actually gain another 20 k's in speed compared to the centrifugal clutch? I'm not talking about the converter. I'm talking about the actual, just a normal centrifugal clutch. That beats it by 20 more k's. Same motor. So, cool, guys. See you in the next vid, guys. Cruiser man out.